The main reason why we decided that we'll talk to Queen Kamarla on Father's Day is this. When you listen to the story of Queen Kamarla, she's been through a lot.
Easy.
You understand me? Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Kamarla is a reggae dancehall, artist. You understand me? And trust me, it wasn't easy at the beginning, for her. You understand me? She was born Queen Kamarla, aka Platinum Sheriff.
Easy.
Born Kamarla Peter.
Easy.
On July 9th, 1983. You understand me? To the mother, Carmen, Miss Rose, Rainford, and father, Francisco Peter.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, her early years were spent in a community of, Portsmouth. You understand me? In Portmore, because of abuse, financial difficulties, and neglect.
Easy.
Sometimes when I hear those stories, I begin to ask myself a whole lot of questions.
Easy.
Young women who go through, difficult times and all these things and all that and all that. You understand me? And at the end of the day, some people always take advantage of them and all that.
Easy.
Now, Queen Kamarla, she's got a beautiful story. You understand me? And when going through her bio and reading about her and all that, I realized that no, Lagazee, we need to have her today and talk to her.
Easy.
Because what she's been through, I know if some men were to go through that, trust me, you wouldn't survive it. But she's a strong, hearted woman, who, has been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Ladies and gentlemen, as a child, Kamarla attended various schools and never graduated. To achieve a high school diploma. As a result of poverty, she had to leave high school after grade 9. However, during those years that were spent in school, she participated in various school talent shows and soon realized her, music calling. The encouragement she received from her peers was enough motivation for her to pursue her dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, this is the part that got me, a bit emotional about her story. Kamarla got pregnant at the age of 15 with her first son, Octavia. You understand me? Now, looking into all these things, you could realize that there is something people have to learn, especially the females who are coming into the music scene. There is something we have to learn from Queen Kamarla. You understand me? And I want you to pay attention, cock up on the ears, and let's go on the line and speak to the one named Kamarla Peter, aka Queen Kamarla, aka Platinum Sheriff. Wagwan Empress.
Blessings and honor, my DJ. It's an honor, it's an honor for have a real general like you, on the platform,
Respect.
A pleasure, And as you speak, I'm currently right now on the job, the 9 to 5, doing a 12-hour, but at the same time, I feel I watch my patient. I'm still after the interview because, food I feed. Really want to call out from work to do this, but at the same time, I look me and say, if I not put in enough hours, I not achieve enough money for take care of my family and take care of my bills. So, I feel I watch my patient at the same time, I feel do the interview. But it is what it is, constant struggle.
Definitely. All right. Kamarla, because you're there at work, I will not stress you too much. I'm going to go straight to the point. Now, we're having you live on 4 radio stations across Ghana. 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in the northern region, Tamale. And over 30 million people are listening to you right now, Queen Kamarla.
Blessings.
Yeah, man.
King Kamarla, is a humanitarian, as you know, and, go through a whole lot. You know what I mean? As you can read my bio and everything, I see, you know, I go various school. I've been through 9 schools throughout my life, you know what I mean? 7 primary school, 2 high school. I mean, 6 primary school, 2 high school, and a basic school. And I still never get to graduate till 2021 in the medical field over here. You know what I mean? So, and you know, music is my passion, music is my drive, you know what I mean? I must big up to my mom because she's the first person who inspired me because she was the one who used to carry the cassette back in the days. So I could have able to listen the Bob Marley, the Garnet Seal, the Michael Bolton, you know what I mean? So from there, so I start to have a love for music. Start listening music from a tender age.
All right. Because today is Father's Day and we celebrated our fathers, and I'm glad how you did say big up to my mom and all these things. But because today is Father's Day, we love you to touch on the father side as well. You know, what happened to the father? What exactly happened?
I must say, you know, my father was a very abusive person. I forgive him and everything, and I mean, he was the one who turned out my mom with us to the street at the age of 5-year-old, you know what I mean? Have me out there exposed to a lot of things, you know what I mean? Never get the opportunity, forget a father's love, even forget a steady home, because I was like here, there, and everywhere. My mother was like all over the place with me, so my father never really showed me that love. And going back through his history, you know, he was abused too, so I guess he never know how to show love. So that's my mom. But I have to still big up all of the good fathers I'm out there seeing me regardless. Not because my father was there for me, but and I see that you have good fathers out there with single fathers taking care of them kids. So I still have to salute them seeing me.
All right. We give thanks. But let me ask you this, Queen Kamarla. Do you still talk to your father?
I love my father. But you know what I mean, my father him just not have the love, and what can I do? I forgive him and just keep it moving. You know, my mom passed on 10 years ago. Just leave me now with my brother and my 2 kids, you know. But that's it, you know. What can I do?
Definitely.
I was a kid. And my father turned me out, and the fact that I still never have no hate in my heart for him. You know what I mean? I still show him love regardless. You know? Definitely.
I give thanks that you still, even though Father didn't step in with love and all these things, I give thanks that you still have the love in your heart and say, Father, I love you and all these things. Today being the Father's Day, I would prefer that if you have $1 or 2 or 3, you can call him and say, Daddy, you know what? Yeah, man, have this one here and buy yourself 1 beer.
I must say, you know, I'm not gonna be real with you. I have the pastor who was there for me in my struggling times, helped me to pay my school fee. I call him this morning because he's the real one who I really acknowledge. You know, I mean, to me, my biological father is just title, and that's just the truth. My pastor is him a call daddy, is him a call this morning, tell him that I'm gonna sell him a little money, wish him happy Father's Day, buy him clothes, buy him whatever I can buy him, because I remember when I need him the most, he was there for me.
Wow.
Give me lunch money, you know what I mean, accommodate me in any way he can. So he's the one who I really give whatever I can to, but in my heart, I forgive my father, but I give who was really there for me. I'm gonna help my father when I get the break, but I have to help who help me, and then you know him come after.
Me like it. Easy. You real, Kamarla. me like how you real. Trust me, over 38 million people are listening to you. So, people, this is what she is saying, and everything good in a place as well. You understand me? Don Chillop says, Happy Father's Day, King Lagazee, and all the fathers in the reggae industry. Junior Maestro from Norway, far away, says, Fire! She's full of fire. All right, we give thanks. Now, talk to me about music. I know, going to school, friends were encouraging you and all these things, but how did you yourself discover the musical talent in yourself?
As I say, I really discovered the music from a really tender age. I'm the age of about 7, 8 years old. When my mother used to come in the cassette, that's where I started get a love for music and, you know, find some music is a part of me. But I really start record officially at the age of 14. Orius Andy was the first person who came into our studio. You know, Anchor Studio, Tixie was the first engineer who really recorded me. You know, and from there, you know, I never stop. I just keep going, and now I go self-reliance. I start, you know, I start figure out the business and say, you know, it's not easy, it's a male dominant field, but I go self-reliance, you know what I mean? I find way to go around things for all my sanity and my dignity. So I just create my own label, and you know, I take my time and do my own thing, vice months. Most of these songs you're playing is me produce them, I write them, me own them.
Wow.
Yes, I work with like probably 4 producers, but most of my songs is me write and produce them.
So let me find out from you, in terms of attaching yourself to a record label where they're going to sign you and all these things, with you yourself doing your own thing and you owning your own masters and all that. In recent time, I see a lot of artists who are deciding to do their own things now. It's like doing their own things and owning their own rights and all that, and trying to take away themselves from, you know, record labels and all that. Why is it so now?
Because the end of the day, when I really check it out, you know, you put in all of the hard work, and the end of the day, you know, really get not much from it. So it's best, you know, you just own your own stuff. You know what I mean? Because one more time, you sign a record label and then bench you. Them sign for bench you. So it's best to go self-reliance and put in your own work and take your time and trust God and do it. Because that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm in the business for so long, but I still stay optimistic. I still keep my drive. I still stay focused. I know some music never die, you know, and the music when me sing, it will live on. Just like Bob Marley music, you know what I mean? Substantial music where everyday life will take place every day in a people's life. Can never die.
Why?
So that's why I put these music together.
All right.
Where substantial, you know, where I will live on even when me leave and when me exit Earth, my music will still here.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But the question is, why is it so hard for females to break through in this industry? Why is it so?
I guess there's no too much respect for female. As I'm say, it's a male dominant field, so a woman have to just lock her leg and just stay focused and just keep going. Because the moment you walk my leg on it, it's like you lose respect, and there's no possibility that these people might get the break. So just stay focused, believe in yourself, and keep going. That's what I do.
All right, believe in yourself and keep going. We're live on Asaase 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in the Lord region. Tamale, Asaase Radio, we are nationwide, and our guest is the one named Queen Kamarla, talking to us from, you know, experience in terms of what she's gone through and all these things, you understand me? You know, but as I said, today is Father's Day, and she said, I have forgiven my father for not being there. You understand me? I'm going to give my father the bread when I get it. But for the meantime, the man who stood for me in that time until now is the one I am going to pay attention to. You understand me? So everything is everything. Everything is all right. Queen Kamarla is our guest. Now, Kamarla, talk to me right now. In terms of tours and all, I've seen few flyers with you on and all these things and all that. In terms of tours now, what exactly are you looking, you know, forward to in terms of touring with your music? Africa, Europe, America, and the rest. Tell me about that.
Yeah, you know, I want to tour the globe with my music, you know, but as I must, everything takes time, you know, everything is a procedure and timing. So I'm just putting the music them together, getting them promoted the right way, you know. Thank God for you as well for picking up my music and carrying it to a wider platform. And just keep going, you know, put on my own shows to stay current in this business, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm planning a tour right now. I'm going to tour like 5 boroughs in the US, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, you know, CT, Jersey. So that is in the pipeline right now. We're planning it. To get the music out there more on a wider scale, you know, and get to the people. Because the message is always in the music, and we have a great message, you know, can make changes, especially on the song Stop the Crime and Violence. That's solution in that song.
Yeah. Queen Kamarla, talk to me. Talking about albums and EPs and all that, whether you have anyone out and how many of them and all these things. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. I just released like 5 songs for the 2025, you know, it's on our digital platform. Song that I write and produce as well, you know what I mean? So you can always check them out. And I keep doing, I keep voicing, I keep working.
Okay. All right. We give thanks. So in terms of people wanting to link you or look for your music and all these things, where should they go? How can they link you up for shows and all that?
You know, you can always link me up on my Facebook, you know what I mean, my Messenger, you know. Once you Google up Queen Kamarla, everything gonna pop up for me. You know what I mean? All my pages, and I can always link up right there. All
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Queen Kamarla says she is ready. You know, ready and goody. And trust me, ready. So, anyone that wants to link him up, trust me, straight away you can Google, you know, her name, trust me, or just type into the Facebook or maybe Instagram, or go up and Google and all these things, and make sure say you write the name Queen Kamarla in there. And trust me, when you type the name Queen Kamarla in there, it's going to pop out. You understand me? You link her via all the socials. You understand me? And boom, bam, zoom. You can make sure that everything is everything, and then boom, you link her, and anything you want to do with she, you can link her and do that as well. She is our guest. You understand me? You know, over here, so. And everything blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is all right. Everything good in the place. Now, let me play this one coming from Queen Kamarla for the item to listen. This one is entitled Right Vibes. Yeah. Blessed love, Queen Kamarla. So, as I said, we don't want to disturb you too much because you're there at work, and we don't want to interfere in all these things, you understand me? But, you know, in terms of what you've gone through now, you understand me, and to where you are now, you know, working in the health sector and all these things, what can you tell the females who are in our space, you know, about the struggle, about how to keep themselves, about how to uphold to their dignity, about how to keep pushing even when they are down? What can you tell them about this? And also, let us know your socials, and then we'll catch up with you again.
Well, the first thing, you know, life is a constant struggle. So you have to know, say nothing not gonna be easy, you know. We have good, bad, and indifferent. So you have to just stay focused and know your purpose. Because knowing your purpose is the most important thing in life. Know what you're really here for, you know what I mean? In a positive form, positive way. You know what I mean? Keep trusting in God. No matter watch the obstacles and the urges. Just know, say, you ever get me.
All right. In case somebody want to link you up, Queen Kamarla, your social media handles.
Queen Kamarla on all platform. Kamarla Peter on my Facebook page. Everywhere else is Queen Kamarla. If you punch up Queen Kamarla, everything pop up.
All right. Queen Kamarla, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space, and we'll come back to you again.
Easy. I must say much love and respect to the audience. You know, we'll clock in and take the time out for listening. And, you know, King Legacy, we'll have to get back to this. You know, it's just a bad time in today.
No problem. No problem.
Definitely, we have to reschedule and do this back on a more official way. Because we have a lot to talk about, you know.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yo, you see this?
We have a whole lot. I have a book coming out right now, the story of my journey, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
This book is about to navigate the people in the right path, especially people who've been abused and are suffering in silence. So, you know what I mean?
Definitely, definitely. Queen Kamarla, you see this? May have whole heap of questions for you. You understand? May have whole heap. May have whole heap. But But seriously, I thought it's going to be, friendly atmosphere for us to be able to have time and talk and all these things.
My bad, man. My deepest apology for that.
Yeah, man.
But at the same time, we really have to reschedule not too long.
Definitely.
We have to get back, because we have a lot to speak about. Trust me, a whole lot, but you have to pay attention.
Definitely, Queen Kamarla.
I mean, I really want to get hurt on my time, so.
Definitely. Manners and respect, Queen Kamarla.
And us, love.
Blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.